Saturday. I just wanted to do another video to kind of show you what else we do. And so, you know by now that we're taking care of this historic mansion, so we mow, trim. Scott actually helped put a roof on the shed over there, and we can paint, we can do light bulbs. We cleaned out the downspouts, we cleaned out the window wells of leaves, things like that. So it's very, just maintenance, basically. And today we don't have a group this weekend, so most of the people that work here on the mansion live on the mainland. There are a couple that live here on the island. Excuse me, I got a hiccup. And but we are basically the main caretakers here at all times. So when nobody else is here, it's kind of up to us. People have asked what's on this island. You might think, oh, it's tropical paradise and all these things, and there's tiki bars, and there's a place on the beach to go hang out, and there's not. This is very remote, and I didn't even think places like this existed anymore, honestly. Listen. There's just nothing. I'm going to flip this around. There is a store. It doesn't have much in it. There's a library, and it is dedicated to most of the history here on the island. And then the mansion's got a huge library of a lot of really old books, and I am definitely going to take advantage of that at some point. So here is the road that we take to go to the beach. It's one of the few paved roads that's even on the island at all. So we haven't ridden the bike much. The bike has not been something that we have taken a whole lot of advantage of, actually, which is kind of sad. But if you look down this road, there's nobody. I could probably sit here for an hour and there'll still be nobody. So let me walk around a little bit. So anyway, this island, there are no services. So there's no hospital, there's no clinic, there's no school, there is no gas station. I mean, there is, but there's nobody attending it. You just pay with a credit card, and that's it. There's nothing down at the beach other than the little cabana and whatever the pavilion, I guess, is what they call it. That's about it. We do have, obviously, running water, but it's from a well, and there's power, and obviously there's internet and everything, so we're all taken care of there. But when you're out here, especially on the weekends, we're pretty much it. There's a lot of people that live on the island, as far as like the descendants from the Geechee slaves, which I'll get into later. Most of the information that's on the front of the mansion that I was reading the other day is pretty whitewashed, so it's not, it doesn't mention anything about the slaves, but the slaves are why this island is the way it is now. Anyway, so this is it. You can just walk and walk and walk for days here, and there's nothing happening. And this is not for everybody. They've had a hard time keeping people. So, the people come out here and they freak out because they can't get their takeout or their Amazon or, whatever the case may be. And, honestly, we love it. It takes a little bit of getting used to. I have to go to the mainland to mail packages most of the time. So I try to keep that to a minimum. I saw my first armadillo the other day, and unfortunately he was down in one of the window wells we cleaned out, and he was dead, and I felt really bad. So I was sad that the first armadillo I ever saw was not alive anymore. There's all kinds of critters out here. Must be squirrels. Stuff moving around. It does look like Jurassic Park out here. There's an airplane. There's a military base and an airport not far from here, so we do get a lot of air traffic, but that's really the only traffic that we hear. We'll get golf carts and cars and things like that every once in a while, but for the most part, this is pretty much it. Most of the roads here around the mansion are paved, but nowhere else. I'm going out to the ferry and part of the way out to the barge dock, and then there's a small little community where the University of Georgia and their scientists all hang out, called Long Tabby, and that's got a paved road out to there, but that's about it. So most of it's just sand, and I mean there's trails and roads just going everywhere out into the forest, and they just kind of dead end. This tall stuff here is called dog fennel, and it's obviously a weed, and it's not very pretty either. But they used to use this, they'd stuff the dog houses with it to help deter ticks and fleas and stuff like that. That's why I call it dog fennel. So, yeah, and then you come down this little road here there's the mansion over there, and come across this big old lawn, and I was able to unbury an old garden, so I get to have a garden this spring. I'm not going to be able to probably get anything out of it like my own garden at home was, because we're going to leave before that, but I can probably get a lot of the early spring stuff, so I'm excited about that. I've been pulling weeds, and there's dog fennel and all kinds of crap in here that we pulled out, so yay! And there we are, underneath Home Tree, we call her. It's such a huge live oak. And it freaks me out that it's hanging over the trailer like that, but it's been here for 300 years, so I think we're okay. And there is the kitty. Say hi. You hanging out with Dad? Uh-huh. You've been a good girl. You've been a good girl. Yeah. And there's the puppy. We're getting ready to go for a walk. Huh? We're gonna go bye-bye? Go see the big water? Huh? You can't come with us. No, you're terrible at listening. You can't come with us today. So, there we go. There's our parking spot. And the truck that they gave us to drive. And this is what it sounds like. Nothing. Bye-bye. get it? Are you gonna get some oysters? So those were yummy, huh? What's out there? Goodness. Don't go too far, there might be a shark. This is kind of crazy. I've seen waves here, and the tide is out so far that the ocean, you can't even see it. It's way out there. Way, 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 way out there. Say yay, huh? So here we are at a different part of the island. This is the bridge going over to Cabretta Island, which is a small little chunk sandbar or whatever that the campground is on. And you can rent the campground in groups as well, but it's not open to the public. You actually have to make a reservation. That's the same as the mansion, so you can't just come over here and tour it or anything. You have to have a reservation, and I think it's a minimum of 16 people, so it averages out to about $30 a night per person, which isn't bad, but if you have a lot of kids or something, that can get kind of pricey for a family. So there's a group out here right now, but we came out here to fish and to check some stuff out, and we saw a dolphin, and but we did not see we did not get any bites. There's a lot of mullets that are out here jumping around and stuff, but nothing interesting. But this here is more of what is Georgia. Lots of marshes, lots of marsh grass. It's really not something that you can go walking on, even in low tide. It's very muddy, but it's beautiful and buggy. And it's not the mosquitoes, it's the biting gnats. They are absolutely horrendous out here, and I've found a new nemesis. So, but here comes Scott with the truck. We're gonna go drive around some more. Bye.